Hello, everyone. Welcome to Joe Consumes Cinema. I'm your host. Look, if you have to shoot, shoot. Don't talk. And today we have a first-time movie reaction to the 2025 film Weapons. So this year, I'd say two films have had a lot of hype behind them. One of them is Sinners, which I watched, got a reaction up on the channel. I love that movie. So creative, so well done. Ryan Coogler is a genius. Check out that reaction because it's really quite good. And the other movie with a lot of hype behind it is Weapons, which didn't have quite as much as Sinners, but a decent amount, and I've been hearing people talk about it. A friend of mine that always recommends movies, recommended me this one, said it's exactly your type of movie, you'll love it, and you should get on it as soon as possible. So I'm finally getting around to watching this one. I've avoided any spoilers, don't know who's in it, don't know what it's about, all I have is the title to go off of. So I'm gonna go with probably action, maybe horror. Either one of those would be, right up my alley. So yeah, this should be quite good. My friend is usually really good about giving me recommendations that he knows I will like, and I'm eager to get right to it. But before we begin, as always, remember to blank, blank, and blank. Still very much a small channel, so every like, comment, share, subscribe that we can get really helps out. I really appreciate it. Patreon link down below. With that, let's get right to it.
This is a true story. A lot of people die in a lot of really weird ways in this story, but you're not going to find it in the news or anywhere like that. Maybrook Elementary is kindergarten through 5th grade, and they had this teacher who was new, Justine Gandy. Today, none of her kids were there. There was one boy there, and his name was Alex Lilly. The night before, at 2:17 in the morning, every other kid walked across the front yard and into the dark, and they never came back.
Okay, I'm already quite intrigued. Not quite sure if this is, some weird culty shit or, like government program messing with kids' minds, something like that.
Kids even got videoed by the houses that had cameras. A whole bunch.
What's important is that we don't judge our grief. We might experience emotions we don't like. Anger is a very healthy part of.
Oh, I know her. She played Ruth in Ozark. She's great. I forget her name, though.
That means especially powerful in instances of abandonment.
Is that Josh Brolin?
I see something that doesn't make any sense at all. Why just her classroom? Why only hers?
I just want to say how very sorry I am. The truth is that I want an answer just as bad as all of you. It's not.
She should be locked up until she tells us what happened.
Oh boy. Oh shit. Benedict Wong.
Mrs. Gandy is here as an affected member of this community,
You're either
just like all
negligent
of us.
or complicit. Where are our children?
It's turned into a witch hunt. I understand why the parents are freaking out, but I don't think she's in on, whatever this conspiracy is. I would just move, honestly. If this happened, probably been drinking a lot, I would suspect.
Who is this? You better watch your back because tonight's the night that
Getting death threats. Well, kids randomly disappeared. Do you think they're just randomly gonna come back?
Hello?
If that's a kid standing there, they wouldn't be able to see with the peephole.
Fucking what? Who's there?
Witch.
You're gonna keep your health insurance, and if you don't mind me saying,
I just need to work. How's Alex? Is he?
Alex is doing well.
I would like to speak with him.
We've had this conversation before. That's out of the question. He's been scrutinized by the press. He's had investigators ransack his house. He's been traumatized. You have a pattern in which you overstep professional lines with the
Oh
students.
my God, here we go.
Can't see inside. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, that's the mom. She has a knife. Oh, fuck, the door's open. Why didn't you lock your doors? Okay. Are they getting DNA evidence to use against her? Okay, she was not moving normally. I don't think she was in control of herself there. I think we're gonna get Josh Brolin's perspective now. He lost his son, I think. I think he's sleeping in his room. Yeah. What direction were they all headed in? That would be a good starting point. Is it by chance in the direction of that one boy's house, the one who did not disappear? I kind of think they're in the house.
Order never got placed. Shit. God damn it. All right, I'm sorry about that. I'll take it back. Get the right one.
He can't think clearly.
What about the feds? They got nothing new?
There continues to be a very healthy information exchange. I need you to trust that what we're doing
She's
here...
still not talking, huh? She knows.
I disagree with that.
She had a DUI 2 years ago. Did you not see that? She was let go from her last school that she taught at for inappropriate behavior.
With a member of the faculty. What do you think it is that she's not telling us? Because those kids walked out of those homes. No one pulled them out.
He had the red paint. I'm guessing when he swapped it back, he's the one that painted Witch on the car. Well, he's stalking her. It's kind of understandable, but still. If he was watching her, then maybe he saw who knocked so aggressively. Or he did it. With the red paint, that's right there. Yeah, he did it. He's gonna get the exact fucking angle so he can map it. She's got that car that sticks out like a sore thumb because of the witch painting.
I don't think we have anything to say to each other.
Yeah, I think you have a lot to say.
You and every other person in this city, believe me. You want to get in my face? You want to threaten me?
I'm not. Nobody's threatening you right now.
You're barking up the wrong tree.
This whole victim persona that you're taking on.
What? That's Benedict Wong. Oh my god. Oh shit. He's like fucking feral.
Stay down.
He's covered in fucking blood too. He's only targeting her. What the fuck? What a weird place to cut.
Because I'm supposed to ovulate Friday so we can hit the target this month.
Oh god, this guy seems like he broke it off and then really he didn't.
Let's walk back to the car. 1, 2, 3. Anything in your pocket's gonna stick me when I put my hands in there, James?
No, sir, I do not.
You sure? I don't want to get poked by anything.
Shit. Oh god. Fucking heroin needle. He's gotta disinfect the fuck out of that as fast as he can. It's probably already too late. Went right through. Oh god. Yeah, he did that reflexively, but he fucking cracked him. Honestly, given the circumstance, I understand why he fucking hit him. Needs to be tested right away. Can't be having sex, which he fucking did.
That footage is going to sit on a drive somewhere, and it's going to get recorded over in about a month.
Okay, that was, the bandage. That explains that. Please use a condom, at the very least. I mean, my god. Yeah, the wife is back. The one who you said you weren't with anymore, and you're, like, trying to have a baby with her. Fucking scumbag.
You piece of shit.
Son of a bitch.
What did I tell you? Where the fuck are you?
He's just gonna kill him. Jesus. That was quick.
Please.
Okay, we get the perspective from the heroin addict. Is he a witness because he's like living out in the middle of the woods? He would like see these kids running around when it happened, maybe?
Those lines intersect somewhere around here.
Oh my god, Alex Lilly lives in this house.
Who else can think of an example of a parasite?
What's up, X-Man?
Tonight's the night, pal. Your mom's Aunt Gladys is coming, remember?
Aunt Gladys.
She's sick, and she doesn't have anywhere else to go.
The men have returned. Hi.
Hi.
That weird plant. It was one of those branches she used to cut herself and then tie the hair around, I think. No ride, cause no dad. Oh my god, that was fucking freaky. So the kid cooperates because she has leverage over her parents.
You understand what can happen if you break your promise?
It's fucking sinister.
I can make them hurt each other. I can make them eat each other if I want to.
I promise.
'Cause I'll know, Alex.
Man, I feel bad for him. He's in hell. Still just sitting there.
No talking today. Good boy. You'll need to feed your parents. There's soup in the cabinet. Come here, sweetie.
Oh my god. Jesus, they're eating her. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Now, the question is... Oh my god, the spell is broken. They snapped out of it. But then so do the kids, and it's a massacre. Oh my god. Are they themselves again?
Alex's parents are still being fed soup somewhere. Some of them even started talking again this year.
Okay, I took some time just to gather my thoughts. That was one of the weirdest movies I've ever seen, but it was actually really good. So right off the bat, the cast did an amazing job. Julia Garner, Benedict Wong, Josh Brolin. Forget her name, but she played Aunt Gladys. Terrifyingly creepy display there, but really good acting from her. I really like the structure of the story. You know, we get hints and pieces from the different perspectives of these people as it, tells this one, focused story on, I guess, Aunt Gladys was like a witch. I was not expecting, a supernatural element, but I think it works overall and, was really well done. This movie starts out with this freak occurrence, and right away I'm thinking like sci-fi element, like mind manipulation or something, but instead they went down a little different path with the, I guess, magic route. This freak event where, all these kids at 2:17 a.m. get up and voluntarily leave their house and, nobody knows what the hell happened. The only thing they have in common is they're all in the same, third grade class. The one student, Alex, is the only one that, didn't disappear with the rest of them. Their teacher, Justine, gets all the blame. It just doesn't make any sense to these parents, and they're looking for a scapegoat, and, she's there. I thought it was really cool, just the structure of the movie where, we get the perspective from each different person, and they only know what they know. So we get a small piece of the puzzle with each, chapter in the movie that goes forward until we finally get, a really big piece with the reveal of Aunt Gladys and how that ties in with Alex and why he's acting a bit, dissociated at school. I said in the movie when I first saw the kid, is like, that kid's acting kind of weird. I wonder what's going on there. And we see, just the horrible situation he had to go through. That kid was living through hell. This nightmare aunt just shows up randomly to their house. And, we understand why as the events of the movie unfold. This nightmare aunt just shows up to their house and, he's got to navigate through that as best he can, keep his parents alive. At the same time, put up a really good front so, nobody asks any questions that is going to lead to, them coming to question her, and then she takes it out on the parents as, punishment, and it's just, I felt really bad for the kid. So with each perspective, we get a little different piece of the puzzle, like everything from, the heroin addict who just happened to break into that house, to the douchebag cop who, really was one of the scummiest characters, and there's a lot of scummy characters in this film. But the narrator was actually omniscient, knew the entire story going forward, and that was an odd choice, but I think it works with the film. Just very creepy and crazy and disconcerting throughout, like an actual good horror film, but not in a way you would expect, I would say. This film had some pretty damn good jump scares that, really, really unnerving, and I have to say that Aunt Gladys was the source of all of it. She looked like a decomposing corpse that had way too much makeup on her, as an attempt to compensate, and just wasn't working. I guess she was dying from old age or cancer or something, and, reached out to her family to get them to invite her over, and then, she tried to take control of them. I guess was sort of draining the life force away from them, but it didn't work because they were too old, so that's why she went after the kids. After she got control of them, she started to look, a little bit better, like a tiny bit. still looked like a reanimated corpse throughout the entire goddamn movie, but, you know, there was some improvement, so whatever she was doing by controlling these kids, it was actually working for her benefit. I was not expecting this level of gore, but, you know, overall it really worked well with the film, and shocking and disturbing, but actually kind of entertaining at the same time too. So yeah, this was a weird one, you know, story-wise, and it had a lot of shock value and was definitely entertaining, but I don't think this is a film that I'm ever going to watch again, honestly. I do understand why this film has a lot of hype. I thought, you know, the strongest suit had to be the way it told the story, you know, that disjointed kind of style. Reminds me a lot of, you know, Quentin Tarantino films, but it did a really good job of, you know, tying everything back to the central point, like bringing all these different characters who are moving throughout the story into one central location where we get, you know, our main conflict resolution. But yeah, it was a fun, creepy ride, and honestly, as a horror film, it was pretty damn good. It had a bunch of jump scares that got me. All of them were the source of Aunt Gladys. I mean, just a creepy, disturbing character who I'll probably have nightmares about. Honestly, watching this film and having watched Longlegs maybe like a couple months back, I'm not quite sure which character is more disturbing, but it's pretty close, and both just the creepy aesthetic and, you know, the mannerisms and the cold-hearted ruthlessness of both characters, it's definitely something that's going to stick in my memory for a long time. But yeah, it was a good film. I'm glad I finally watched it. The hype, I would say, well-deserved. I don't think it's quite as good as Sinners, but I will say it's definitely worth watching. Very interesting and unique, that's for damn sure. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So as always, thanks for watching, and peace.